Greetings, fellow homesteaders. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus. Episode 5, A Stone Home Keeps Most Storms at Bay. Alright, wormies. Come on, worms. Maybe they haven't respawned yet. So now that I have an iron pick, I still can't get the aluminum or platinum or titanium, as that is a tier 2. And tier 2 stuff requires steel or better. So this iron pick that I have is like a stopgap measure until I hit level 20, and I'm able to make steel. Well, this time, I'm also after copper 2, so I can at least get the orbital exchange device. Because in the other cave that I found, we did find exotics, and it would be nice for me to start, one of the first things... Oh, there we go, there's level 15. One of the first things I want to do is to get a suit that has like a hydration slot. That would be stellar. So now that I'm 15, mouse all the way over and get ourselves the masonry bench with the stone building set. Some of these upgrades, like the Scortia stuff, there is no Scortia in this biome on Olympus where I am, so there would be no point to get it. There is a lot of stuff in the upgrade tree here that is just like completely worthless to me. We also wanted the leather armor, so I can get more cold resist and physical armor. And what was the lantern? I think that was all that I desperately wanted out of the upgrade for 15. But happy to have that stuff. And once we get back to the base, I'm going to have to spend a lot of time mining stone to upgrade that bad boy from wood to stone. And I'll add a second floor to it too. Cheers. In terms of light sources, my favorite is probably the animal fat lantern. The biofuel lantern that you get later on is kind of like directional, like a flashlight, and I don't really like it. I'd rather have it glow all around me. And then the electrical one that you get real late is kind of harsh. It's a harsh white light, like an LED or xenon light kind of looking thing. It's brighter, but it's like harder on the eyes. So I actually really like the low tier light sources as a personal preference. I haven't gotten copper yet, so let's at least get one node of copper before I leave, because I'm almost overweight already. So I need 7 ingots of copper for the orbital exchange. So I'll hit one more copper node. Here it is. And I'm encumbered, so I'll be dropping something for the weight. Meat. And sticks, fiber, leather, leather, still not enough, leather, still not enough, spoiled meat, and half my cream corn, because I'm gonna go back to prime meat instead of cream corn. Alright. Technically, if it came back fast enough, that stuff would be on the ground, but I don't care. I don't need it. Oh, I got pneumonia! Yay! Cave sickness. So, my experience gain, down 10%, max health, and stamina, or health regen and stamina regen down. Big suck. There are medications to take, but, like, I can just wait the 9 minutes. That's not unreasonable. And the medications would be in the tech tree under the herbalism section. That would be the Was it antiparasitic? No, the antibiotic tonic. Which cures cave sickness. I just don't want to spend the blueprint point for it, for something I'll rarely have, for a condition I'll rarely have. Ooh, good news! Torch. Into the water, because we're done with you. Okay, I'm making 7 more healing potions because I found a bunch of lily while I was out there. And now, we want to get the masonry bench. So that's 120 iron nails or 12 ingots turned into nails, leather, and rope. So the current priority right now is to upgrade the base to stone. And surprisingly, you're going to need a lot of stone for that. So this is probably the most resource grinding I'm going to do this entire run, I'd imagine. Because from here on out, I'll just be able to, like, once I have the stone, it won't be a big deal. I won't need to do a lot of more additional grinding or anything like that. Well, that one's gone, more or less. I bumped into something invisible here. Still bumping into... oh, there it is. I don't need to, like, perfectly be mining these out. Plus, I could just put foundations over here at some point. There's the stringy meat. So the stringy meat is replacing my cream corn, because it has an XP bonus attached to it. Actually, you know what? Let's mine out the rest of this rock. Once I can see it. Alright, how much... as far as smelting goes... Let me hide the overlay real quick. It goes left to right, top to bottom. So if I wanted to do iron instead of copper, I could just move the queue. So once this copper finishes, we'll switch to iron. As you can see. So you're not at the mercy of randomness here. There is a pattern. So if I wanted to go from iron back to copper, I can do iron, then copper, then iron, iron, iron. It goes in order. It's not obvious. I don't think anywhere the game doesn't even tell you that, but that's how it works. So now I'm trying to get the materials I need for a lantern, because I know the shadows cast in this base is pretty harsh, and with that animal fat lantern, it's a really nice light source. Oh, you were hiding there, weren't you? Even more rocks. There's so much stone that I built on here. Alright, the lantern I want is... I've got. Sweet. So, epoxy, rope, and animal fat. Do I have enough animal fat? Because if I don't, I'll just make it. I need one more animal fat. Done. Yo, no! Stupid fish. Yeah, get back here, you bastard. Poisonous fish bit me. What a bastard. You could have lived, but you decided to take a nibble of your landlord. I am the landlord of this area. So, nibble of your landlord, and it cost you everything. Get eaten. So the lantern I'm making gets refueled rather than burns out, and it refuels on animal fat on your crafting bench. Oops. Helps not to throw it on the ground, but there we go. Much better light source. I usually avoid building internal light sources in the game until, like, much later on in the electricity tree, because it's kind of annoying to have to refuel your lights. And instead, I just use the lantern. As you can see, it's a night and day difference. From here, I have enough ingots now to make the 12 nails, well, 120 nails I need for the, masonry bench. And then the rest of my iron ingots are probably going to be turned into nails as well. But before I do that, I want to get the orbital contact device as well. I'll be building that and then the masonry. So we're saving up for that masonry there, and I need a little bit more rope. So let's get 25 more leather to rope for the bench. Yeah, that fish is venomous, and it's the shiny silver ones that are venomous, and then the, like, goldish ones are not. And it drops fish chunks, which I don't care. Because if you actually do fishing, you get the fish, not the chunks. But if you just, like, slay the fish like I did, you get chunks, which are not that useful. Alright, so there's my nails I need. And I'm missing leather and rope. Oh, here's the leather and rope. Masonry bench. And that's going to solve a lot of my problems. A lot of my storm damage problems. The other thing I wanted is the exchange. Getting that made. Put the masonry bench here. Drop in all the stone and nails. And now you can see it's mostly stone, a little leather, nails, and wood in order to build the stuff. And the orbital exchange, I'll plop out here. It's an outside-only thing. Has to contact space. And the way this works is you can request a pod to come down to be able to send your exotics back up to space. And then it also allows you to unlock new gear. So with some Ren, I could get a suit that has a module slot, which, like, makes me stronger. Like, modules would be like movement speed. And then this Envirosuit, for instance, has a water slot. So I'll be able to, like, install a thermos, like a camel pack, into my suit. So I would very much at some point like to upgrade my Envirosuits so I have a water slot, because it's just so much more convenient to not have to constantly drink like this in your water slots. Alright, so let's do the stoning. That sounds wrong, but let's upgrade to the stone tier. So, grabbing my iron, making a whole bunch of nails, because I'm sure I'll use them. And then we're also going to need some wood for the stone tier 2. So grab some more wood. There is no, like, general storage items, so what I do is I just store the things... I try to have all of my crafting benches, like, near one another for convenience, and then I store items related to that craft on the benches themselves, and the benches have a lot of internal storage. So it's not a big deal. But there isn't, like, a universal storage box that you draw from for everywhere. Alright, first things first, let's do the walls. And what am I missing for more? Probably stone. Oh, this requires shelter. Don't worry, that annoyance will go away real soon. And crafting this stuff gives, like, a big heaping of experience. So, like, even upgrading to stone tier, like, now that I'm in the stone tier or whatever, like, you see my experience bar up top, making every, like, stone wall, and stuff like that is just a massive amount of experience gain. Plus the mining. So, 16, here I am. We'll grab supply and demand, 2 tiers of that, and then in solo, get increased wood, stone, and fiber yield, because that's going to lead to Lone Wolf soon, which is even more XP. So now the arrows that I craft do 5% more damage, and then next tier will be 10% more damage. I'm not going to bother making new arrows until next tier. And then I'll replace all of my bone arrows with the upgraded bone arrows and be killing things even better. The pick that you use does like AoE voxel damage. So trying to hit, like, there's an efficient way to mine where you don't leave, like, floating little bits. And instead just, like, try to mine out entire chunks efficiently. I'm not awesome at it, but I try. And I try to remove all voxels, because there is a, yeah, there we go. I got 39 on that strike, because I, like, finished the mining. Whereas normally it would not be that high. So the way to replace things is a little unintuitive initially, but as long as walls are fully upgraded, fully repaired I should say, you get the ability to swap them out. So first I am making sure all of my walls are repaired. So you hold R, you go to the tier you want to swap it to, and then you right click. Done! Stone walls complete. And I'll just destroy my wooden ones, and then stick the wood back into the mason. Interestingly, I am out of leather. So the bottleneck for me to increase my masonry is leather. I've been throwing leather away because I generally have more than I need. But in this case, I threw a bit too much away. And I'm suffering the subsequent consequences. So if I want to upgrade my base even more, I'm going to need leather. Does that... Is this sheltered now? It is. But But if I open the doors, is it not? Yeah, whatever issue it was having with the whole shelter seems to have gone away. So let's go get some leather for more stone upgrades. Sounds like this wolf was made of leather. What is the purpose of leather and stone? I don't know. Just is. As a binder, maybe? I have no idea. Damn, you fast, pronghorn. An arbitrary extra ingredient. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Oh, broke my knife. In this case, I think what I'm going to do as a stopgap is just, like, make a bone knife. So I can continue harvesting this thing. One of the issues with going up to metal tier is in order to repair metal stuff, you need to go back to your anvil. Same with my bow. Because I made the bow on an anvil, I need to repair it on an anvil. Not a big deal. But just useful to know that, like, there is a disadvantage to going up to metal tiers. Because you can only repair it on your actual dedicated benches. And it only costs 1 ingot, so it costs, I don't know, like 6 to make it, 1 to repair it, so it is a good deal. And I might as well repair my longbow, because that just costs 1 bone. I can spare 1 bone. But now that I have more leather, the next thing I want is 15 floors. Exactly what I wanted, because I'm going to have a second story, so I don't want 16 floors, because that is the whole roof. Alright, leather. There's bees in that tree over there. I'm not going to bother beekeeping at the moment. Again, that's something that we can do later on, once I'm a little bit more established. Do some animal taming, do some beekeeping. For now, I'm just focusing on, like, the basic tech tree. I'm going to leave the bunny to attract predators. What are you? Dead is what you are. Oh, I totally forgot. I also haven't made the leather armor that I unlocked. Is the game fun without expansions? Well, I'm showing you the game without expansions. You be the judge. I don't want to tell you. Like, I find it fun. But obviously, I don't know what you're going to find fun. I think the game in its current state, with no expansions, DLCs, etc., is very solid, but, like, it's also on sale until, I think, January 5th at, like, 90% off, so it's a steal. Complete steal. A lot of the ratings, if you're wondering, the old ratings when it first came out were low. I even rated it low. Because when it first came out, the only game mode that there was like mission mode, and mission modes meant that the worlds weren't persistent. And as a consequence of that, you would like go down to the planet, grind up to higher tier, do your mission, leave, go down to the planet, grind, do your mission, leave. And it was just a lot of like XP grinding, which I hated. Because it was like, okay, time to get to tier 3 again. And like all missions were just like, time to grind to tier 3 again. And like that was the problem I had with it. And they've obviously since changed it so that there's an open world mode that has persistence. So that you don't have to do like the pointless, mindless grind. I accidentally crafted another. Oh, so that's a thing. If you, I'll show you an example. If you end up using all of the resources that you have, so like, let's say I build a bunch of ramps, and I'm going to intentionally make ramps collapse so you can see the collapse mechanic. My 8 slot is ramps. So that 8 is a ramp, so if I hit 8, I don't have any ramps, so I'm just going to automatically craft one. So what ended up happening was I made a bone knife so I could continue skinning, and then accidentally hit 1, so I just like made a bone knife on demand. It's nice to have. That's a really nice mechanic to just like automatically fill whatever you lack if you have the resources on hand. So I just wanted to point that out. Oh, and here's charcoal. These trees got hit by lightning. So instead of being worthless, it's a source of charcoal. I really like that attention to detail. I mean, I don't think it would exactly work like that IRL, but it's pretty cool that I got charcoal from that instead of wood because it had burnt. Where's that wolf? Wolfie, did you fall down the waterfall? Probably. Whatever, it's gone. Aren't most games on sale until January? Yeah, but this one is like, costs like $3 or something. It's like insanely low cost. I'm not saying buy it, I'm just telling you about the deal. I'm not trying to shill it. Like, I bought this game. This isn't, the developer didn't tell me, you know, I didn't get it free. This isn't sponsored content or anything like that. I bought the game and I like it a lot. Alright, so we got our 15 floors. And what I intend to do in this base is to have, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some more walls. I'm out of stone now. But the floors that I want to replace are the 8 floors here. Because I have, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I have a design in mind. So hold R, go to stone. And then the remaining 7 floors, I'm going to be using as, like, bridges, I guess? And stone is a more supportive, like thatch you can only go like 2 units before it collapses, whereas stone can go farther, as you can probably see. And there's no real need for this. This is just like personal preference. You know, have a little bridge to home. Just aesthetic preference. Alright. These here are going to become higher roof. As you'll see why. Or just by design. So it's going to be too high. And then we'll do a roof. I might need to temporarily roof this up, just so that the masonry bench is usable, because if it's not sheltered, I can't use it. So there will have to be a temporary roof thrown on, because otherwise it doesn't work. So that thatch thing there is a temporary roof, so that I can actually keep crafting. So for me to craft more, my bottleneck is iron nails and stone. Iron nails pretty straightforward. I have 27 iron left in the forge, so let's just nail up all 19 for almost 200 more nails. While I'm here, we'll re-up the lantern, because it's just animal fat. It's real cheap. Eat my meat, eat my prime meat, eat my bacon. I'm going to need to get more bacon soon. Drop off the leather in there, because I'll be using it. Make more ground up bones, because I'm going to need... The amount of epoxy that you end up needing is, like, eye-watering, so, like, just get bones. I cannot stress that enough. Like, just get bones. Just trust me. You're going to want more bones than you think you would ever need. Just do it. Just get it. Take it from someone that is, like, leveled up multiple max level characters. Always be boning. But yeah, seriously. Alright, so we got the iron nails. Let's get the stone. It leveled up again, just from the material grind. So, supply and demand max. So now all the arrows that I make will have a 10% projectile damage bonus. Pretty sick. What is the max level in this game? 60. But once you hit 60, you can keep leveling up continually for more blueprint points. But at level 60, you do not have enough to get the full tree here. It's worth noting. You will absolutely run out of talent points. There is no way to get all talents. So you have to pick and choose. But there is a respec system to get the ones you want. Alright, I want to get a stone ramp as well. And I'm going to move this crafting bench and I'll deploy it here instead. Oh, and the mortar and pestle that was on the crafting bench, like, uninstalled automatically and I didn't lose anything, if you were wondering. Game's really good about that. You can't just, like, accidentally nuke delete things you didn't intend, which is awesome. Alright, so this is going to become stairs. Actually, I don't want stairs there. I'm going to put stairs, oddly enough, here. There's a reason for this. Animals, if I do tame animals, really like to set themselves on fire. And I'm talking, like, really like to set themselves on fire. So putting my fire, like, there keeps them from immolating, which is a godsend. Because it's really annoying to have your pets constantly yelp being on fire, so that should deter them a little bit. So I want 5 more walls, I think. Let's get more stone. And I'm about to break my pick. Noted. I like to fully break picks for getting the most bang for your buck. There is no diminishing returns on repairs, so you can repair things millions of times and just keep reusing it. It doesn't get any weaker, which is nice. Like, some games will have a diminishing return repair thing, where eventually you have to craft a new one. Here, as long as you don't lose it, you don't have to craft a new one, which is nice. It broke. Oh. Let's move iron into the anvil. Okay, you can guys see the design, going for a deck. And a too-high roof on some of it. The reason for the too-high roof, if you're wondering, is later on, you unlock stuff that is taller than 1 unit high. So I'm building a too-high roof now, just so that I don't have to redesign the base later if I tech up higher and require a too-high roof. So I'm just getting the too-high roof done early. Plus, I didn't want to build, like, what looked like a Borg cube for architect design. Because Borg cube boring, so I'm getting away from boring cube brutalism. Oh, boy. 52 in one swing. I'm such a jerk. It's like, if it moves, it dies, is like my attitude for leveling up. Come on. Oh, I didn't build the right amount of roofs. Good mathing. I am good mathing. Yeah, you survived for now. I also don't know why I have doors. Oh, weather event. Don't really need doors there, because they're doors to nowhere. So maybe a window. There we go. Spacious. Alright, then the last thing we want is, like, some sort of encapsulation here, so that it's not, exposed. It's like a door around. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4 walls and then the door. Only got stone for 3, so let's get a little bit more stone. You're expecting Eldritch Horror? There is no Eldritch Horrors in this game, but there are some things that are pretty horrifying. So far, I've only really had, like, nice, sweet, Earth-based apex predators, but there are some legit monsters in this game that we just haven't found yet that are not Earth-like. I mean, there are the cave worms that obviously don't really exist IRL, but it gets much bigger and worse than that. So, as I tech up, I will inevitably face off with some of them, and that should be fun. Or horrifying. I'm not sure which. We'll see. I wonder if we can build a door like that. Oops, that's backwards. You can kind of see the design I'm going for. I'm just going to have a flat roof on this section. And then maybe just a wall there. You're a wolf. There. So now I have a deck. I've got a full stone house that's not going to blow over at every silly storm. If you're wondering, there are techs past stone, as I mentioned, but like functionally speaking, I'm probably not going to need them in the scope of this run because the stone buildings I have now are strong enough to withstand all the storms that I'm going to get for the duration of the rest of the marathon. Like, that's how strong stone is. So it will decay. It's not to say it won't take damage, but it won't take enough damage to fall over. Because stone is durable up until tier 5 storms, and anything higher than a tier 5 storm is... Oh, that can't be placed there? Anything higher than a tier 5 storm is, like, real unusual to receive. And there won't be enough of them to cause enough damage. So, as long as I'm sheltered, I can leave that open. I don't much care. Because it's not like there's enemies that are going to come that direction to come attack me. Like, that's just... There aren't flyers. So that is not not concerning. So we go! Stone home! Maybe not a bedroll, like, right in front of the ramp. Put my bedroll there. Thank you for tuning in to Icarus, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind that this series was streamed as a marathon, so feedback cannot be incorporated. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits, and all the live viewers that turned out for the marathon. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow prospectors.